For me, at the time, I didn't even know what it was. I was too young, being 14 years old. I was not sexually active. So what the man did to me was something that I didn't know that it was, how bad it was at that time. And I grew up just thinking, well, that's what normally happens, that's life, that's how women are treated. And so I didn't know any better. When you know you've been sexually assaulted or raped, you know, but you don't want to share that with other people, and you don't know how to share it. How will people react? They will look at you differently. So it's quite a heavy choice to make, and it is a choice. But when I realised I wanted to talk about it, my first problem was where do I go? I googled what to do when you're raped, where to go when you're raped. When I contacted ACC, something that was really good as well is that I knew I had a choice of who I could see, because I knew that it was going to be difficult to talk about this. Luckily for me, the one that I'd selected, she was right for me, and I was never forced to talk about things that I didn't want to talk about, and that surprised me, because I thought going down the counselling route that I would have to relive everything, but she didn't do that with me. To bring me back, I would ground myself or think of my son. Then I knew that I couldn't do anything such as committing suicide, because I couldn't leave my son, I couldn't leave my family. But you're in such a dark place and you don't know which way you're going, you don't know the way out. This is why you have to have the professional help, and I could phone her anytime, and I did. So what was really good about the TED Talk, and for me, was to focus on what good can I do now out of this. If we all are silent, and if we all don't talk about how traumatic the experience is, we're never going to get change, because no one will know. We're hidden away, we're a hidden part of society. And to some extent I feel like some parts of society are happy for us to be hidden away. You know, sweep that under the rug, stay in your little box. That doesn't happen here. New Zealand's not like that, we're not like that. We are. So part of me of talking about this and breaking my silence, I need to help others. If I don't help others, then what I've gone through for me has been a little bit of a waste of time for me, because nothing's changed. And for other people, you need to know that it's okay to ask for help and to get help, and then you have choices. You can still say no if it's not right at that time. I love the transformation. You would start off with a caterpillar which would just sleep and eat. It was just surviving, and that's how I felt I was when I first spoke out. During the time of the investigation was probably the hardest. I had to cocoon myself, so that was the next part of my transformation, into a cocoon where I could just close off from the world. And even then, I didn't know if I was going to transform. Maybe my life was going to finish in the cocoon, because that happens to some butterflies, they actually don't come out. And sometimes they come out and a wing is broken. Been doing the TED Talk, and once I had spoken about it, I felt like I could let it go to some extent. I could feel the weight coming off and I could feel free. And instead of falling apart and crying, I started to notice how nice things were. And rather than thinking of jumping off a cliff, I could think of just flying quite peacefully. To help me move forward, I make the most of what I have. The love of my family means more than anything. Having that connection with my whānau, with my good friends, it just means the world to me, and I'm so strong. I'm so strong now. And my name is Sarah Strong. I'm very lucky. Yeah, I'm very lucky.